Mystic ancient secrets can all be answered when you ask the mystic access guru. That is I, the great exalted one. I have come across 3 astral projections through the god plane in the hero metamorphosis to give you the knowledge you deserve.
All right, guys. Excuse me. Been eating chocolate, been eating these. My favorite new cookie. Twix Snickerdoodles. They're really good. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to laugh at idiots. Hey, Westside. We have, for your pleasure, Here I Am, Lord Send Me, against, or talking to Brenda Creates, friend of the channel, and trans person. So we got this and maybe one other thing. Did I say hello, Westside? I thought I did. I got a new pipe and I've been testing it out. Oh, hey George. I like this thing. My other one was like this rainbow colored icky looking thing. But this is black. It's black silicone, no other colors. It has a very cool butterfly or bee, like a honeybee thing on the front, and honeycomb texture. It's really cool. I really like it. And it looks like the thing they made this from, right? The thing they made the mold from, it looks like it was 3D printed. Because if you can't see it, but if you look at this up close, you can kind of see it. It's got layer lines, like right here. Can you see those layer lines? Can you see that? It looks like they 3D printed this on a filament printer, not even a fucking resin printer, and then made this thing from it. Made the mold from it. It's fucking crazy. It could also be machined too out of metal or something, but you can definitely see layers. So anyway, hey Tusk. Yeah, he's extremely right wing. He's just a piece of shit, is what he is. He's a Christian fuck. But I thought we'd start with this. This is just how dishonest Nathan Oakley is. We can enlarge it a little bit. This is 11 seconds long, or 21 seconds long.
Elevation angles measured relative to a flat Earth. You can measure elevation angles on a flat Earth. Elevation angles are measured relative to a horizontal plane, and that horizontal plane is the surface. A horizontal plane is just a plane that's perpendicular to down. I require a flat Earth to establish a horizontal plane at right angles to it. I require a flat Earth to measure an elevation angle.
So that's just how fucking dishonest a piece of shit that Nathan Oakley is. When you have to create edited dialogue out of context, edited dishonestly, you've lost, man. You completely fucking lost, Nathan. Congratulations on your loss. You fucking loser. Anyway, this is I don't know what this guy's name is. His channel name is Here I Am, Lord Send Me, but the channel name is The Truth Is Not Subjective, right? He's changed his name, right? The truth is not subjective is the original title name of his channel, and he just changed it to Here I Am, Lord Take Me. So
Brenda debates. Hey, Brenda, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Are you Catholic or Orthodox or?
I'm an atheist.
I mean, that's Nathan giving someone his only copy of his book is kind of like John Smith, right? He lost golden tablets or golden plates that he got from a fucking angel. He just misplaced them. You think that if you got gold plates from an angel, you'd want to hold on to those things. It's convenient that he lost them, right?
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to defend Catholics.
You're an atheist. There's two kingdoms. So there's a kingdom of darkness and there's a kingdom of light. So you're on the kingdom of darkness. You're on the same team. Go ahead.
I'm on team Nightwalker. You know what they were? The ice people on Game of Thrones. I rock with them.
Why should I think there are two teams?
Okay, because the Bible says those who are for me are for me, those who are against me are against me.
Bible says Pius 3 too, so I wouldn't take too much stock in what the Bible says.
One collects, one scatters. So you're defending the.
He also had a debate, or a little debate, mini debate with Dr. Blitz yesterday, where he wanted to he wanted to discuss quantum mechanics, and the guy can't spell common English words. He's not smart at all, man. Oh, Adam, I think that's his name, Adam. But yeah, he if you look through through comments of my older videos, you find his name, and you may find 8 words spelled correctly.
The Catholic, spiritually, that makes loads of sense. So you're on a tag team in wrestling.
So what is the reason why I should think that there are two kingdoms?
Okay, do you believe in good and bad?
I believe that there are shades of gray between good and bad.
Okay, but there is distinctly good things, and then it goes into a shade of darkness. So that you have.
Can you hear right? Can you? Is it loud enough? Let me turn it up a little bit. One of the best plugins I found for Chrome is Loud Max. It's this here. Just search Loud Max, and what it does is it lets you set whatever volume.
Have a scale of good and bad.
I think some things can be a little bit good and a little bit bad.
Okay, cool. But there is good and bad. Just there's good and bad. You can have gray in the middle. That's fine.
So yeah, it really boosts the audio, and it really helps since I have this 3D printer right behind me that makes a bunch of noise.
There's good and bad.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I agree. Where do you get that world viewpoint with being an atheist?
Oh, he has owned a book. It's called the Bible. Louder, please. Are you joking?
Oh, I get it from Reason.
You get it from Reason. Where do you get Reason from?
I discovered it.
So you were born with Reason, or?
No, I discovered it.
How did you discover Reason? What is Reason?
Reason is a system for correct thinking.
Okay, for correct thinking. So you have your correct thinking, and I have my correct thinking. My correct thinking tells
No.
me it's not okay to kill babies in the womb.
So no, that's not how correct thinking works.
No,
There's
no,
not-
but it's my reasoning. You
No,
can't tell
that's-
me. No,
Yes, I can.
No, you
Yes,
can't.
I can.
No,
I
no,
just
because
did.
my reason. Well, that's fine, but I don't listen to your reason. I made up my own reason.
No, so you don't seem to understand.
Hang on. So there is good and bad, but it's not defined by you, Brenda. Or are you God, Brenda?
Right. There's no absolute good or absolute bad. There's degrees.
I
You don't
think
believe in
that
God.
there are things that are true.
So if a person becomes a Christian and then murders 5,000 people, is he good or evil? See, there's no absolute.
And when
There
they
are things that are true. Jesus Christ is the truth, the way, and the life.
No, that's not what
Okay.
truth means.
Okay. Is truth subjective? This channel's called The Truth is
No.
not subjective.
Truth is objective.
No, it's not. You can't have objective truth. That statement
You
is
can?
wrong.
Why?
Because truth is the reality. Yeah? Your
No.
viewpoint of that reality doesn't change.
Did he just say? Did he say? Is the truth subjective? And Brenda said it's objective, and he says, no. My channel's name is Truth is not subjective. Not subjective would be objective. Does he not know how negatives work? Does he not know how negatives work? Not subjective means it's objective. The opposite of subjective is objective. But Rocket Genius here wouldn't know that.
That's not what truth means.
Okay. Is truth subjective? This channel's called The Truth is
No.
not subjective.
Truth is objective.
No, it's not. You can't have
No, it's not. What are you talking about?
objective truth. That statement
You
is
can?
wrong.
Why?
Because truth is the reality. Yeah? Your
No.
view.
No. Different people can see truth different ways.
Viewpoint of that reality doesn't change the reality.
You're right. That's called objective.
So but truth can't be objective.
Why not?
He probably eats cereal with a fork.
My channel's called The Truth is not subjective.
What? I didn't miss
My
I
channel
missed
is
it.
actually called The Truth is not subjective.
Yeah, I don't care.
Right.
The point is that is
Is truth
We don't care. We don't care about your subjective title.
objective?
yes.
Okay, so I don't agree with what you said.
I don't care.
Okay, cool, because we have our own
Right.
truths.
Because if something is true, it's true for everybody. Right?
You just well, hang on, bro. Listen, what are you stoned or are you like? Where are you getting this kind of? You're just contradicting yourself every time you
do you
open your
think
mouth.
that do you think that
So they've been talking for 3 minutes and 37 seconds. So let's see how long it takes him to get to for him to expose himself.
2 + 2 = 5 for some people?
No, because
Right.
maths is from nature.
Yeah, it's true.
Maths is
No, math is not from nature. No, math is not from nature.
reality.
Math isn't from
Yeah.
nature. It's abstract.
No, it's not.
It's not
Maths
abstract.
is in the family.
Okay, show me a 5. Show me a -8. Show me a -8 donuts. Can you?
It's in the core of everything.
He's just not smart at all. I tell you what, we'll do this, and then we'll watch this one a little sped up because they're both pretty good, pretty clear speakers. So we'll put that on 1.5 speed. So we got an hour, a little over an hour, and half an hour. So yeah, regular length.
I think go study Tesla and people like that. You talk to the wrong person. Opinions
Tesla?
like Ben. Opinions
Nobody
like Ben.
takes Tesla seriously.
Tesla produced 4 of our greatest discoveries. People do take Tesla
No, he
seriously.
didn't.
Well, where'd you get the Tesla car from?
Tesla
Tesla car is just electric principles, dude. Just principles of electricity. Now, you talking about the self-driving part of it? Yeah, that's new technology. That wasn't invented by Tesla. Elon Musk didn't invent anything that he produces. Okay? Not one fucking thing.
Look.
Except maybe the ugly shape of his fucking pickup truck. That was probably invented by him.
Elon
What's
Musk.
that?
Elon Musk. Don't
No, it's called Tesla. Elon Musk got his technology. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to there we go. I wanted to show his chat.
Where did
I try to do that whenever the chat replay is available.
Elon Musk get his technology?
From Tesla, mate.
No, he
He's got
didn't.
his father.
No, he didn't.
Tesla and Elon Musk. Bro, listen.
He got the name from Tesla. Who
No.
cares?
He got the
Yeah, that's all he got from Tesla is the name. And the fact that it runs on AC. That's it, man. That's it. And Tesla didn't even invent alternating current or direct current. I meant direct current. He didn't even invent that.
technology. Tesla.
Yeah, the technology
I'll tell you,
didn't come from Tesla.
Tesla. Elon Musk. Watch this. Elon Musk got.
Why
Tesla.
do you think that YouTube videos prove your case?
I don't care about. I'm going to look.
YouTube videos don't prove your case.
No.
Reality does. That's why we're doing it.
No, reality doesn't prove a case. Evidence proves a case. Proofs prove a case. Math proves a case. If you don't have those things and all you have is unfalsifiability, you're done. You're cooked.
Facts do, not reality. Facts.
Reality is the same thing as facts, mate.
So you say.
No, it is. Reality is fact.
No, not necessarily. What is your reality? What shape is the earth that you live on? See, your reality is that the earth is flat, but the facts don't support that.
Do you know reality simply by looking?
So it is your reality.
And I've tagged him. I've tagged him in the title of the video, so wonder if he'll stop by.
That you identify as a woman.
So it took 5 minutes and 13 seconds for him to get into this bullshit. For the personal attacks.
Yeah, I do. I'm transgender.
Okay, cool. Is that facts or?
Yes, it is. Listen
Yes, fact. Gender is not sex, asshole. Gender is not sex.
Okay, so
Here's
if
the
I
sentence.
go like this,
Here's
if I
the
go,
sentence.
I am a black
listen to
man.
me.
I'm a black
Listen to me.
woman.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Here's a
I'm a
sentence.
black woman.
Yeah, I know you need to
I'm a
smear
black
other
woman.
people. You're so insecure. You need to.
I'm not.
Talk
You're
over-
talking about
You're
reality.
talking over me and preventing me from responding.
Go for it.
Right. So here's the sentence. I claim that I am a transgender woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it make it true?
And that's true. Yes, it is true.
Why?
Yes, it makes him a transgender woman. Makes her a transgender woman. Yes. Because that's what she identifies as.
Because that's what I am.
Okay.
Because I fit the definition of a transgender woman.
Okay. Do you fit the definition of a woman?
A transgender woman is somebody who was born male and has taken steps to transition
Okay.
from
Is
a
it-
masculine to a feminine persona.
Okay. So is that a woman or is that a transgender woman?
That's a woman. Woman is not a sex term. Female is a sex term, is a genetic term, but woman is not. He doesn't know what a woman is. That's funny. That's funny to me.
A transgender woman is a type of woman.
Type of woman. Is a transgender woman a woman?
Yes.
Okay. What is a woman?
It is a social category, a role that people can play. You
It
don't
was
know
a
the
mental,
no,
transgenderism is a mental illness.
no, it's not.
No, in historically, it was seen as a mental
No,
illness.
it's not. It's not. It's not.
It's called body dysmorphia. If I
It's
decide,
not.
No, it's not. No, body dysmorphia is something else. It's when someone has a flaw that they can't get around. A very minor flaw that just completely overtakes their life. God, what a dumb fucker. Gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is a term for the distress caused by the mismatch between a person's gender identity and the sex they were assigned at birth. Symptoms include a strong desire to change primary and secondary. Let's see. Did he say gender or body dysphoria? I thought he said body dysphoria.
Category, a role that people can play. You
it
don't
was
know
a
the
mental,
no,
transgenderism is a mental illness.
no, it's not.
No, in historically, it was seen as a mental
No,
illness.
it's not. It's not. It's not.
It's called body dysmorphia.
Yeah. Body dysmorphia. So you meant
According
to
to
say
NHS, body dysmorphic disorder, BDD, or body dysmorphia, is a mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws in their appearance. These
Yeah.
flaws are often unnoticeable to others. People of any age can have BDD, but it's most common in teenagers and young adults.
See, he meant to say gender dysphoria, right? That's what he meant to say. But he said body whatever, right? He didn't say the right thing.
If
Yeah,
I
it's
decide
not
to
true. That's
chop
not
off
true.
my hand,
You're just
and
lying. You're
I'm
just
not.
lying.
Hey, Dan.
You're
I'm
pick,
sure.
you're cherry pick. You're cherry
That's
picking
what I
old.
feel.
You're cherry picking old textbooks, right? Transgenderism is not a mental illness. Do you think being
Yeah, he meant to say gender dysphoria, but he said body dysmorphism. Because he's not smart. Not many bigots are.
homosexual is a mental illness?
No, it's
Oh, yeah, he definitely thinks it is.
a perversion of God, but God changes people. I'm not nasty. I'm not being nasty to you.
You are you are a very nasty person.
Why am I
Yes, he is. He's very bigoted. He's very nasty. He's very passive aggressive.
being nasty? That's a statement.
Because you're disrespectful and abusive.
Why am I disrespectful and abusive?
Because you think Brenda is a less than because of your fucking Bible. That's why. Because of your pig-headed religion. That's why.
Because
You think she's an other than and a less than and doesn't deserve respect.
you want to gaslight me and tell me who I am.
When a child dresses up as an astronaut, they're playing. They're just a child. They're not an astronaut. When they go to space,
Brenda's not a child. Brenda's a grown adult. Probably old enough to be your father. If not your grandfather.
when they get on a rocket, they're an astronaut.
I just realized just the other day. I never thought about it before. But I'm old enough to have a 40-year-old son. That's fucked up.
Can you become an astronaut?
You can become an astronaut,
Yeah,
yes.
and you can become a woman.
What can you change your X and Y chromosomes?
Sex doesn't have anything to do with the
Of
gender.
course it does.
No, sex has nothing to do with gender, dude. Nothing. Nothing.
That's what you think, but nobody else thinks that. Science doesn't acknowledge you. Psychology doesn't acknowledge you. You're simply asserting your religious dogma.
Yep.
And dogma isn't science.
World Health Organization, you adhere to them, don't
You see what the sentence says? It says was widely considered.
Yes, I said it was.
Is it now? Is it now?
Just
No, it's not. No, it's not. They removed it in 2019.
does this make it
Just-
change?
Why don't you put in this?
Well, I mean, if they never thought it was a mental disorder at all, would it be okay? If nobody had ever considered it a mental disorder, would it still be okay? No, you wouldn't think it's okay, right? So you say it's bad in the eyes of God, but you're citing man, right?
Sentence, is transgenderism a mental illness?
But it was until
don't
2019.
Don't precondition the prompt to get the answer that you want.
Let's
You're
leave it.
preconditioning the prompt to get the answer you want. And I don't know why I have to talk about this every time I talk.
And you know, it was only considered a mental disorder because humanity has been bigoted, religiously bigoted and biased for a long, long fucking time.
To you mental retards.
Why am I mental retarded?
Because you can't understand the difference between sex and gender. You can't understand it. What is the difference between sex and gender? What is a gender?
Gender is male or female.
No,
No, it's not. It's not. It's a social construct.
Is male or female. Mental illness is mental illness.
No, sex is male or female. Gender is man or woman. Transsexual, transvestite, same thing, man. I'm maybe getting some things wrong because I'm not one. But I'd like to ask him about seahorses. Is a seahorse a man or a woman? Male or female? Or amphibians. See, amphibians can change their sex. A lot of animals can change their sex. Do they have mental illnesses? Are they the way God made them?
What is sex?
What trait?
And what is gender? What is gender? What is gender?
Yeah, it's a good question about the hermaphrodite.
What trait?
Tell me what gender is.
I want to help you out here.
No,
what trait?
you're going to answer my question.
See, he's just trying to preach. He isn't trying to talk about the subject. He wants to preach, and he wants to condemn.
Question. What is gender?
Sir, calm down.
What is gender?
See, sir, calm down. What a piece of shit this motherfucker is.
Okay, let's go to gender definition.
See, when Brenda says you have no respect, you just proved it there, asshole. You just fucking proved it.
Gender definition. 2010 dictionary.
2010? What year do you live in, motherfucker? What year do you live in? Why are you saying 2010? Why are you specifying that year?
No.
What a dishonest motherfucker. What a dishonest piece of shit this guy is.
So then we change the words.
Yeah, you're deliberately cherry picking the definitions.
No, I just went back to 2010 to just change.
Why? We don't live in 2010, motherfucker. We live in 2025, going on 26. So why did you pick this? Well, that's before they changed it, right? Before they changed it to where it's not a mental condition, right? So you had to cherry pick a definition from a dictionary that was written before that. You fucking piece of fucking shit.
Are deliberately cherry picking. It's not the state of being male or female. You are cherry picking your definition that you want.
So let's just gender definition. Let's see what an open search says. Gender refers to the social the socially constructed roles, behaviors, activities, and attributes a society associates with men, women, girls, and boys, which can vary and change over time. It is distinct from biological sex and encompasses a person's internal sense of self or gender identity, which can include male, female, a combination, or neither, non-binary. You fucking piece of fucking shit.
Put in,
Mate. I did.
just put in gender definition. Don't precondition the prompt so that you get the answer that you want, you lying piece of shit.
I'm not a
Well said, Brenda. Well said.
lying piece of shit.
You are lying because you
Yes, you're a dishonest piece of shit. That's not the current definition, motherfucker.
were deliberately evincing
Wow.
the result that you want. That's a lie.
If
That's
you
a
want-
lie. Your father is the father of lies.
Who's my father?
The father of lies.
Satan.
Because because
you come out of the church.
you took gender definition, but you added in 2010 because you knew that you would get the answer that you want. You lying son of Satan. You're a lying, he's whispering in your ear, telling you to put in the result that you want.
Cool. I think I can talk clearly on this because I'm actually identified by doctors as being autistic.
No, Edison was AC. Tesla was DC. I think, wasn't he?
I'm
Oh, so I'm
highly
dealing with
sensitive
somebody who's
autistic.
retarded. You're retarded.
No.
That's
No,
what
Yes, your mental processes are retarded. And using a definition from 2010 proves it.
That's-
autistic means. I bet I can go back and I can
My-
find a definition that says autism is mental retardation. That's what you
Okay.
are. You're mentally retarded.
Okay.
Are
Am
you?
I coming
I-
across as mentally
Can I
retarded?
find a definition that says autism is a mental retardation? If I take an old dictionary, I can find one. So you're mentally retarded, aren't you?
Okay, so what's this one?
Aren't you? Aren't you? You are. Are you going
What's
to
this
deny the truth? You're going to deny the truth that
Okay.
you are mentally retarded.
Glory to God,
Right?
I actually think I'm highly intelligent. My dad had
No,
3
you're
degrees.
not.
No, you are dumber than dog shit, man. Edison, what? Then how did we wind up using AC? I don't fucking know. So Edison ruined Tesla's life for promoting what he finally settled on. Hey, Cygnus. That's fucked up. Edison was a fuck.
You're dumb as fuck.
That's a statement. That's a reality.
Yeah.
No, that's a statement of fact. It's a statement of fact, dude. You've proven that you're dumb as fuck.
High
I
functioning
proved
autism.
it by showing that you don't know the difference between sex and gender. You
This
don't
is
know.
the common thread between people who have body dysmorphia is autism.
That's total nonsense.
Do you suffer from autistic traits?
God, he is a fuck, isn't he?
I have none.
Okay. Do you know what? Do you obsess over certain things? So I obsess over scripture. I obsess
don't.
over.
I don't.
No, you don't. You obsess over your identity.
Yeah, that's a mental disease, man. That's fucking a serious mental condition.
You've managed
No,
to
I
sway it to something that I
No,
don't care about.
don't sit there and gaslight me and tell me what my experience
What's
is. I do
gaslighting?
not- You don't know. That's because you're mentally retarded, aren't you? Just
That's a
admit that you're
statement.
mentally retarded, autistic, Rain
Okay.
Man.
Okay, so
Do
you're
you- do you-
gaslighting
hey,
me.
do you-
Gaslighting is
But he made a fucking transporter. Top hats everywhere.
Sit in
gaslight.
front. Yeah, shut up.
I've seen that movie.
Do you sit in front of clothes dryers and watch the clothes spin?
Oh, he's a fucking idiot, isn't he? He's like the British fucking Nathan Thompson.
Is that
No.
what you do? Yeah, you do.
No.
I bet you could count toothpicks really fast.
Nope.
I bet you can.
He's just a British Nathan Thompson. So anyway, fuck this. Fuck that. Let's watch him deal with an actual physicist, a PhD physicist.
Now we would say that the invisible realm, scientists such as
And not one that claims to be a PhD, but an actual PhD.
yourself would say the quantum realm. Now you have the 7 properties of quantum physics. I'm sure you're kind of aware of all of these things.
Can you tell me what a Hilbert space is?
Say what is?
What a Hilbert space is.
All right, and there's no this wasn't live, so I'm going to go ahead and do this.
No, could you tell me?
Could you tell me what the Schrodinger equation is?
Observation, isn't it? There's
No, it
no
has nothing to do
equation.
with observation. In fact, observation is not included at all in the Schrodinger equation.
Schrödinger's cat.
No, the Schrodinger equation. I'm not talking about a
I
cat.
have no idea.
So the
Tell me.
Schrodinger equation is like the fundamental description of how quantum states change. So, like, look, and I mean this with as much respect as all humans deserve. It sounds like you're trying to make it like a documentary on quantum mechanics
He doesn't deserve any respect, man.
without knowing the first thing on quantum mechanics. Adam, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. How's it going?
Perfect. I'm good, mate. I'm really good. Yeah, yourself? Is it Blitz?
It is Blitz indeed. Well, I'm glad you're doing all right. So why don't you tell me, do you believe
Yeah, he's just unreasonably nice. He's the anti-me.
in God?
Yeah, I do.
And which one would that be? Just so I can know where you stand.
Of the Bible.
Okay, sure. Now, look, so it says I'm an atheist. What would you say is like the most compelling reason you could give me as an atheist to believe what you believe?
Let me set out 3, but only go into the latter one because I think it's more interesting. I would
Okay.
basically start archaeology.
Sure.
And then the text can't produce itself in the Hebrew, the Greek, and the English. It has mathematical patterns in it. Yeah, 40 authors, 66 books. So, but the one that I think your audience and you, because I've been watching your stuff, I really like how your brain works. You seem quite intelligent. Would possibly be understanding the spiritual realm. Now, we would say that the invisible realm. Scientists such as yourself would say the quantum realm. Now, you have the 7 properties of quantum physics. I'm sure you're kind of aware of all of these things. Now, I'm producing.
No, but what 7 properties?
People think that quantum means small, but if I'm not mistaken, you can have like a large quantum. Quantum just means a discrete packet, a discrete amount. Wouldn't this be considered a quantum? A quantum of Mountain Dew? It's an amount of Mountain Dew. What does quantum mean? Quantum definition. A quantum, the smallest discrete amount of a physical property. Okay. The smallest quantity. Never mind. See, I'm trying to sound smart.
let me just go through them. Okay, so you have superposition.
Mhm.
This is how you get supercomputers. One particle can do multiple things at once. So, am I on stage? Yeah, I am on stage. So I can turn left, I can turn right, I can jump up, I can do down. I can't do them all at the same time. But in the invisible realm, things can do multiple things at once. That's where we're using quantum computers from. So that's one. Wave particle duality
Hey, Curious D, or Curious UK Debunks. Anybody else show up here? Cygnus? No, that's it.
is a very interesting.
Let me write these down. So you have superposition as number 1. So go ahead.
Superposition, wave particle duality, entanglement.
All right. Sorry, my keyboard's kind of loud, but go ahead, I'll mute myself.
Quantization, the uncertainty principle, quantum tunneling, and the observer effect. I'm sure you've heard of the double slit experiment.
So, and you called these what, the 7 somethings?
Principles. So you have Newtonian physics. I'm sure you're aware of Newtonian physics. For the audience, that's just time, space, and matter, and how we operate in those kind of things, isn't it? If we speak quite plainly, I have no formal education in any theology or sciences. I just love to learn. But when we go into the invisible realm, i.e. the non-physical realm, we can't take those physics.
Now you don't like to learn. Learning is abhorrent to you. You know why I know? Number 1, you're a flat earther. Number 2, you're using definitions from 15-year-old encyclopedias to suit your bias. So no, you are not looking. You don't like to learn.
That we use for the made realm to the invisible realm. The world operates
Now,
completely.
you're saying the invisible realm, but you listed quantum mechanics, quantum physics stuff. Are you
Yeah,
saying
but
that the invisible
Yes, Cygnus, that's what's going to happen.
realm is the quantum realm?
Yeah.
But we can
the
see quantum
things make
stuff.
the visible. No, we can through observation.
No, Ant-Man lives in the quantum realm,
This is where I've asked about the double slit experiment.
Well, wait a minute. So
and Wasp Girl.
it is like visible. So how is
Becomes
it invisible?
Okay, so you're familiar. Young did. I can't remember his first name. In
Thomas Young.
1801, Thomas Young. Thank you. And Thomas Young in 1801 did the double slit experiment. And when we don't observe something,
So to be
those
clear, he
things are-
didn't do that. He didn't do the whole observer not observer thing.
Who did?
That was Elaine Aspect in the 1970s. Thomas Young did the classical double slit experiment where he showed that light is a wave. He just took
light is a
sunlight
wave,
and he
and then
shined it through the double slit, and then he got the interference pattern. He didn't do the
Perfect.
stuff with the observer. He didn't do any of that.
I will have to go and verify that. You sound correct. I love being wrong because it means I've learned
So
something.
it would be kind of surprising if Thomas Young did the quantum observer, if Thomas Young did the quantum double slit experiment in the 1800s, and then it took us, till the 1920s or something to
Yeah.
even like that. That would be a little bit surprising. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it kind of makes
I
sense.
agree. I'm doing my best that I can to try and validate the logic. My document is called God's Logic, showing the non-contradictions between quantum physics and how it's operating, and how the triune God of the Bible is operating.
So
So-
would you say that you have like a good understanding of like quantum physics?
No, because anyone that thinks they understand quantum physics doesn't understand quantum physics.
That may have
I
been true
said
70
that-
years ago. That's not true anymore.
Say that again.
That may have been true
I
70 years
agree
ago.
with what you're saying. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think the one that caught my attention recently.
What a clown. He makes a statement. The statement's been refuted, and he goes, "Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah, listen to what he says. What a wishy-washy motherfucker."
Six.
No, because anyone that thinks they understand quantum physics doesn't understand
See, he's trying to sound like an intellectual,
quantum physics.
flexible.
That may have
I
been true
said that
70
was-
years ago. That's not true anymore.
Say that again.
That may have been true
I
70 years
agree
ago.
with what you're saying. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think the
I agree with what you're saying. I agree. What? You just made the statement. He refuted it, and then you say, "I agree with what you're saying." That's a clown.
one that caught my attention recently is the W wave. And
I bet when he's at a party or like a dinner party or something, and someone smart says something, he repeats the last two or three words. Bet that's what he does.
Kyoto University, they found three photon packets quantumly entangled, one essence, three distinctions. So we have a working model in the invisible realm of what the Christians would say. I'm not saying that God is those three photons. I'm saying we have a working model.
Just to be clear, photons are by definition not invisible.
No, they come into. You're talking about the wave, and then the observer effect makes them.
I'm just talking about photons. Photons are the only things that are visible.
Okay, they become packages, don't they?
So photons are visible, right? Like that's how we see. That's what seeing is.
I understand that, but it's our observation that collapses the potential.
Yes, but we don't see them unless they hit our retina or bounce off something. That's why we don't see light in space. It's the one thing I disagree with him on this. I disagree with him on that point. Photons are invisible unless they hit our eye or they bounce off something. If they were visible, we'd see them. We'd see them flying through the air. But we don't or we'd see them flying through space unless it bounces off something like a planet.
If you ask like a random quantum physicist, would you think that they would say that the human consciousness has anything to do with it?
The double slit experiment having different patterns due to the measuring device interfering with the photons of light. Yeah.
I don't care what they say.
Okay,
I
so
don't listen to
if you were to ask like physicists in general, you'll find that like 94%, and I have a survey that can back this up, 94% will say that human consciousness is not involved at all in quantum mechanics.
Okay, so what is collapsing the wave?
Interaction.
Okay, interaction with
like 25% of physicists don't even think that the wave function collapses at all. Yeah, and then there are other views that say that the wave function. Sorry.
Because I'm studying this field.
I have surveys.
Okay, cool. I would love to have. Do you have anywhere I can look? Because I want to see
let me pull it up.
what quantum. Brilliant. So the W wave seems to be mimicking what the Christians have said. I'm not saying that God is three photons in the invisible realm. And then I think 2022 Russian physics.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You just admitted that that's what you're trying to say, that God is three photons in the invisible realm. See, he didn't even try to refute what you said there. But you're saying I'm not saying that. No, you are. That's exactly what you're saying.
Physicists made matter from a lattice of light, you familiar with this one?
No. Well, sorry. Give me just one second.
I mean, when you say something like, I should probably go outside because because our neighbor might be nude sunbathing. I should probably mow the lawn because my neighbor's nude sunbathing. And then the next sentence is, I'm not saying I'm going to go out and watch the neighbor sunbathe.
Sec.
No,
It was a news survey. Quantum interpretations. This was recent. This was like a few months ago. The thing about the interpretations of quantum mechanics. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. It was in Nature, but Nature is unfortunately. Okay, I think I can find it. Here we go. No, it's still being blocked. I just need this. Is it this one? Okay, this is the actual survey question. Okay, hold on. This is a blog, but it should have a link to the actual. Does it have a link to the actual paper? Come on. Okay, here's a Fizz article. I just want the DOI number. Just give me the DOI number, please. Oh, here's the DOI number. Found it. Sorry. I should put this in my notes page, by the way. I will put this in my notes page. For those.
This is a rare item. Flavored nicotine liquid. Flavored. Pre-flavored. You can't find this stuff anywhere. Can't even get it shipped to you. But the guy at the vape store didn't have any non-flavored because I flavor it myself. So he said, here, this will hold you over until tomorrow when we get it from other store. So
who want those who want to become members or Patreon patrons or whatever, you can actually go get access to these by being that thing. All right, and now it's being blocked by India. Anyway, so let's say
yes, he is absolutely serious.
Let's say that that's not true. I mean, like I have the DOI number. I'll find it later, but I don't want to waste time. Suppose it's not true. Suppose that 40% say that it's consciousness is involved, for example. If that's the case, I mean, if it's look, so generally, I think it's probably pretty reasonable to listen to what the people educated on the topic say and take them seriously.
Yeah, well, what I'm doing in my documentary is I'm showing what quantum physics is demonstrating in the exams, then backing it up with the technology to show the audience this is real. Because it's very hard to explain to the layman.
You wouldn't say that you understand quantum mechanics, though.
I don't think we can fully understand quantum
Of course you can. Take a few undergrad courses in the subject, and then take a few grad courses in the subject, and you'll be fine.
I do. Stanton Open University. I've been studying for 3 years. I just don't think
so.
We can fully.
Can you tell me what a Hilbert space is?
Say what is?
What a Hilbert space is?
No, could you tell me? Maybe I do.
Yeah, just go for it. It's a complete inner product space. That can be infinite dimensional.
Of course, everything's infinitely dimensional when there's no time
it's a complete inner product space. It's type of vector space.
Does the Hilbert curve have anything to do with Hilbert space?
It's a complete inner product space. It's an abstract mathematical
Hilbert space.
Space where vectors can live, and it's complete, meaning that it means that sequences of things terminate at their limit, and the limit is part of the space, and it's an inner product space, meaning that there's an inner product on the space, which means that you can multiply two different vectors and get a number out. But like this is like the bottom. This is like the most fundamental object in quantum mechanics. So like,
is it theory or is it demonstrated?
This is like when you're in your first course on.
So he doesn't know what a theory is. He doesn't know what a theory is. Is it a theory or is it demonstrated? In order for something to become a theory, it has to be demonstrated at some point.
Quantum mechanics, this is the thing that you'll learn about. This is what wave functions are. This is where wave functions live.
Okay, I understand wave functions and the different shapes
wave
and what
functions
energy
exist in Hilbert spaces. And like, so I'm just a little bit skeptical.
It's the shapes of what the atom is going to, the probability of what it's going to be. They can change shape, can't they? They're generally like flower shapes. Does that make sense?
I think that you might be a little lost here.
That's your opinion. You've lost me as well. I'm trying my best.
So could you tell me what the Schrodinger equation is?
Observation, isn't it?
No, it has nothing to do with observation. In fact, observation is not included at all in the Schrodinger equation.
Is it Schrodinger's cat?
No, the Schrodinger equation. I'm not talking about cat. So the Schrodinger equation is like the fundamental description of how quantum states change. So, like, look, and I mean this with as much respect as all humans deserve. It sounds like you're trying to make it like a documentary on quantum mechanics without knowing the first thing on quantum mechanics. So
I'm trying my best.
And I understand that. There are.
No, he's wanting to do a documentary, but the subject of the documentary is how quantum mechanics is God. How God is basically quantum mechanics. how you can see God in quantum mechanics. That's what he's trying to do.
Or like,
He's a dishonest piece of shit.
Quantum entanglement and superposition.
yeah, I have a PhD in
You
physics.
asked me what those were, and that's not the only thing that I've looked into. Quantum entanglement, superposition, and quantum boring. You know, there's lots of these things that Christ seemed to be demonstrating in the scriptures and in the fathers.
Here's what I would say.
Yeah, it seems to be demonstrated in the scriptures. Did you hear that?
You said quantum entanglement and superposition.
Yeah, I have a PhD in
You
physics.
asked me what those were, and that's not the only thing that I've looked into. Quantum entanglement, superposition, and quantum boring. You know, there's lots of these things that Christ seemed to be demonstrating in the scriptures.
That Christ seemed to be demonstrating in the scriptures. So he's not an honest actor.
Look, here's what I would say. If the argument that you're trying to make for God relies on quantum mechanics, which understandably is not something that you have a good understanding of, it shouldn't be the argument that you should make.
I think I was trying to be humble. I
was trying to be humble.
Trying to be humble and only go with what I know and build it up off scripture.
But if you're trying to go with what you know, don't use physics. Don't use quantum physics then, because it's not something that like if you go talk to a grad student in physics who's taken a quantum mechanics course, they will know the subject.
Do the quantum physicists say they understand how they're getting the end result? They build technology using it, but do they understand it? Do we understand quantum computers?
Yeah.
Okay, can you explain a quantum computer?
So a quantum computer is basically a large state space of qubits. Those qubits can be either entangled or not, and you can apply unitary operations to them. You can use lasers for certain kinds of quantum computers. Those are the ones I'm most familiar with. I'm not familiar with the other non-laser based ones. But you can use these lasers that are in certain, basically the laser pulses are in certain configurations to apply unitary operators to magnetic or electric qubits. And then those qubits can perform computations based off of the unitary operators that you're applying.
And then those qubits jump around a sort of a triangle-looking thing of like three-dimensional boxes that can like be inside or outside. It just depends.
These are well understood things. This has been well understood since the 90s.
Demonstrated and understood are two different things. I
just explained how they work.
Blitz, I'd love to ask you a question because this is what
sure.
Do you know scripture? Because it's
yeah, humble like Whitsitt, yeah. Or Brian's Logic, or no, Brian Leakey, like him. Brian Leakey's very humble, right? You can't learn anything if you're not humble, and he's very humble. But nobody else is.
Seems like you grew up Christian.
I have not read the Bible. I did not grow up Christian. I have not read the Christian Bible, I should say. I've read the Hebrew Bible several times over.
Are you from a Jewish background?
I'd like to see Dr. Blitz take on Flatzoid. I really would.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm Kohen. I'm just speaking to my family in Israel, half family in Israel.
Okay.
So from the lineage.
So I would be if my mother was not my mother and instead my father. But you know how that goes.
Cool. Well, my grandmother married someone else that she shouldn't, so I can't go back that way. So I've lost my claim to the priestly class, and I never grew up with the faith, but I study the text, and I prefer the Old Testament. I think it's more interesting. I just the more thing just to do with the archaeology. Sodom and Gomorrah's there, Noah's Ark seems to be there.
It's certainly interesting, but look, just before.
My main question for this guy would be, if God is all-knowing, right? If God knows all, can predict things in the future, and knows what's happening everywhere all at once, why did God need to go down to Sodom and Gomorrah to see for himself what was going on before he could act? That would be my main question.
Or just to put a bow on it. It seems like.
Well, can you show a contradiction?
Could I show a contradiction in the quantum mechanics stuff? Yeah, go ahead.
No. Forget what I know, mate. Honestly, I'm not putting myself forward as the ambassador of physics.
Okay, but then don't do it. Don't make a documentary involving it.
Can you show the contradictions between the triune God of the Bible when he says, when he appears through a locked door, or when Jesus goes onto the boat and immediately is at shore, or Philip is translated from the Ethiopian eunuch to Gaza and Azaroth. So we see that as quantum tunneling immediately, no action.
How is that quantum tunneling?
Was going through a locked door, isn't it? It's a physical matter.
Well, I think that it was made up. I don't think that happened.
Okay, you could suggest that one, because that's only based on humans. There's no way of testing it. If you go to the archaeology on the grand scale, this is where you can test things. So if I said to you, I'm wearing a grey T-shirt, and someone said to you, I'm wearing a pink T-shirt, how do you know what T-shirt I'm wearing?
I don't know if you had a photograph, right? If you had a photograph of your T-shirt.
Well, I mean, either I wouldn't, if all I have is just whatever people say, or I would have a photograph and I would look.
Okay, cool. So you look. What I'm saying is we observe.
Yeah. So archaeological evidence is great. I would love archaeological evidence of any miracles.
Have you? I mean, I'd love to have you on my YouTube channel. We could maybe go through Sodom and Gomorrah. I think is one of the greatest ones. God said, I'll do a hypothesis for you. If God said he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with brimstone and fire, burnt the city to ash, nothing would grow inside of the boundaries, and he would salt the earth, no vegetation would grow inside the boundaries, and he would leave it there as a testament and turned a woman into a pillar of salt, leave it there as a testament, what evidence from what the story I've said would you expect to find if the Bible was true?
What evidence would I expect to find? I would expect to find like a woman-sized pillar of salt.
So with that pillar of salt, what gender would that pillar of salt be? Just curious.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right? I would expect to find... Well, that's probably it. I mean, probably it besides things that could be caused naturally, right? Like kinds of things like meteor impacts are things that can happen naturally. So if we're looking for evidence of something that like couldn't happen naturally, then you'd probably need like a woman-shaped sized pillar of salt, right?
Okay, a woman-sized pillar of salt. Remember I said brimstone and fire burned the city to ash.
So I'm familiar with what you're talking about. So I know that there is a speculation that like Sodom and Gomorrah, or Sodom anyway, may have been destroyed by a meteor impact, which left behind sulfur, like sulfur remains. And that's the origin story for the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. So that's a plausible naturalistic explanation.
Okay.
So if it was divine, then where's the woman made of salt?
Well, the woman made of salt's on the outside of the city.
Well, no, there's a rock pillar that's like 60 feet tall. That's not a woman. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, I've heard about this.
Have you looked at the evidence of the limestone that's been heated up to a certain temperature, and there's swells in it, and they're all in the shape of the city? When a lime, so through chemistry, I'm not.
I didn't need an explanation. I just wanted you to repeat it because I couldn't hear it.
Through chemistry, when certain elements are heated, they change their composition.
Sure.
So limestone, when it's heated to a certain temperature, turns into something else. You have these wave patterns. So the lines of the city, you're talking streets, roads, doors, windows, all these geometric shapes you would expect from a giant city are all there, turned into ash with balls of 99.
I don't think that they've found ruins at the location. Maybe they have. Maybe I just am not familiar with it. But like,
if I was to, I would love to invite you on. I think if you are looking for the truth, and the truth is not subjective, I would love to invite you on to maybe pour through the physical evidence and you give your explanation, and then we will just stay silent because the evidence kind of speaks for itself. Would you be up for that?
Just as, I mean, like we can talk about it later, I guess. We're kind of doing it right now. So is there evidence of like a human-shaped sized woman of salt? Okay.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go to that. I'd go to the cities.
Well, but the cities could have been destroyed by a naturalistic process, right? That's the issue.
But then you'd look the opposite way. You look for fissures and volcanoes, and they're not around. In the north, there is a fissure, but we don't see that recorded.
I'm not talking about volcanoes. I'm talking about a meteor impact.
I understand what you're talking about in a meteor impact, but a meteor impact's not made of sulfur. There's 90%.
Meteor impacts, meteors can have sulfur in them, and heating of natural stone can produce sulfur balls.
And there's no impact crater.
There's no impact crater for a lot of things, especially if it was an airburst.
Okay. I mean, I'd love you to pour over the
So,
information.
look, the reason I ask is because all of these things, like,
You notice what he said? If you're interested in learning, nah, he doesn't have any interest in learning. He's just a fucking PhD, and he just has a PhD in physics that takes years and years and years to get.
like this notion that like, oh, we found this sulfur stuff, we found like evidence of like an airburst, that pointed people towards, oh, maybe this is what caused the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. So if you want to say that there's some divine reason behind it, you need to provide evidence that something could not have happened naturally, like a woman made of salt.
We'd layer it up. We'd continue layering up. So it talks about the ground being salted. And the meteor impact, it must be a very clever meteor impact, because there was 5 cities. Zohar was spared, 2 smaller places, and Sodom and Gomorrah, which is we generally refer to.
I'm actually not familiar with evidence of any of them besides Sodom.
There's Sodom and Gomorrah.
No, like I think that like there's like a view that like maybe there was like an airburst that blew up one city, and that's the only thing that we have evidence that ever happened.
Outside the city, what we don't see is these sulfur balls. It's the entrance to the city and in the city and the boundaries of the city. We only see it occurring inside, which is unusual for an airburst.
I don't think that we have that precise knowledge of this stuff. Like,
oh no. You can visit it. It's not it's a statement. It's not an opinion.
But these are not like Roman ruins, right?
No, they're not. They're
These are not like intact.
No. They still hold their structures. This is the crazy thing about it.
Okay, what's the name of the place that you're referring to? Because maybe we're talking about different places.
Have you? I mean, could I share screen and maybe pull it up, or I don't know how to do it.
You could just tell me the name of it.
Ron Discoveries 2022. It's the first bit.
Sorry, what? So I can't. You can't play videos here.
Oh, okay, no worries.
So is there like what's the name of the location?
Sodom.
I mean, like, is it Bab Edra? Is it like Tal El? What? There's another one. Tal El Hammam. Numera. Like, what's?
I don't know the name of it.
Because like these have like local names. These locations have local names, and they weren't the names of these locations in like south of the Dead Sea are not Sodom and Gomorrah.
There's no civilization for miles in these areas, but there's like 4K, 8K drones.
So the sulfur balls that you're referring to were found at Tal El Hammam, right?
Maybe, yes. If they were found at 99.6% pure sulfur. It's not found on Earth.
That's an archaeological site. It's in Jordan.
No, it's not in Jordan. It's north. No, that's the Muslim. They tried to get you away from it. No, it's not there.
Like Tel El Hammam is in Jordan, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I debate Muslims. They try and claim that is the location to take you away from the real evidence. So that is not what I'm talking about.
This is where the sulfur balls were found.
You're looking into the wrong thing. I've looked into what you're looking into before. I'm not describing that place.
So which place are you describing?
Okay, if you were to type in to yourself and you're visually, you can look. If you don't bring up videos, brilliant. I would type in Ron Wyatt, RONWYAT.
Oh no, you're not citing Ron Wyatt, are you?
Why not? I'm looking at his evidence.
He's a pseudo-archaeologist. He just makes shit up.
Well, the evidence speaks for itself.
No, he doesn't. The evidence is not real. It's literally fabricated.
Okay, so what I'm trying to ask you a question is quite simply here, and I want to see the bias say. I'm looking at the evidence and not explaining it, saying the text says this.
So what's the evidence? Can you cite an actual archaeologist and not Ron Wyatt?
Why would I need to cite an actual archaeologist?
Because you should cite a scientist, not like some discredited like author.
You can buy politicians, can't you?
What?
People buy politicians, don't they?
We're not talking about politicians.
Well, can people buy scientists or archaeologists?
Yeah, so are you assuming all scientists have been bought?
No, don't be silly.
So find me a single scientist, like an actual archaeologist who makes agrees with this claim.
I don't actually trust men, so I pour through the evidence myself.
Well, no, but so look, there's an issue. If the evidence is legitimate, then you would expect to have it.
So he doesn't trust men, but he pours over the evidence. From who? From Ron Wyatt?
At least one archaeologist actually agreeing with this. So where's the one archaeologist that agrees with this?
I can get scientists to agree and disagree with anything. You understand that you're based
find me the one. Then do it.
No, but you understand from your perspective, you're basing your opinion on other men's opinions.
I'm basing my opinion on scientific consensus. You said that you were bringing up archaeological data.
Why would I base on scientific consensus, mate?
Because neither you nor I are archaeologists.
Because that's part of science, man. Scientific consensus is part of the scientific method.
archaeologists, and so the people who are most likely to be correct about archaeology are going to be archaeologists.
Do you think you're intelligent?
Sure.
Would you say, okay, cool. So I actually think that I'm not stupid. Sometimes I play a bit stupid to just have a long
But see, stupid people don't realize they're stupid because they're stupid.
conversation, build into these things, and state facts that people can test, so that when someone says, I would die on this hill, and the things that I've been talking about, your audience has now gone, I could go check that one out. Okay? So I actually trust my own eyes and coming over the evidence. I tried to disprove the Bible 7 years ago.
Do you believe Ron Wyatt when he said that he found Jesus' blood?
I don't, you can't.
He tried to disprove the Bible 7 years ago and he failed because he's a flat earther. He's not smart. If you were smart, you could do it.
Test it, but I don't attack the man. I look at the evidence.
Okay, so then where can I find the evidence? Where's like the published peer-reviewed evidence that I can go find?
What do you
that I can go look at?
There is a city there you can go.
Okay, have you been there?
No.
Okay, so then where are you getting this evidence from?
I've got eyes.
Okay, so where are you looking? Are you looking at it in a YouTube video? Is that the source here?
I've got eyes. That's his evidence. His subjective evidence.
What's wrong with that?
A YouTube video is generally like there are YouTube videos that show the Earth is flat.
What's wrong with watching YouTube videos?
There are YouTube videos that show the Earth is flat. There are YouTube videos that show that aliens visited. There are YouTube videos of Bigfoot. Does this mean that like why are you relying on YouTube videos?
2 seconds. There's lots of ways you can film things. I'm looking at someone with a camera walking around the area.
And how are you verifying that he is where he says he is? How are you verifying that these weren't placed there beforehand? How are you verifying any of this?
It doesn't matter where it is. The evidence actually matches up with
if it's in Utah, of course it matters.
Well, what I'm saying is the evidence matches up where it is.
No, how have you checked that?
Okay, you're saying these
believing
things.
the YouTube video creator? I thought you didn't believe men.
No, but I'm looking at the visual things and matching it up with my eyes. Exactly what they're doing. I have the same tools.
So look, so you're watching a YouTube video and you're watching a YouTube video. They're pointing at the ground and they're saying, oh, and it's like, oh, there's a sulfur ball here. How did you verify it was a sulfur ball? How did you verify that they're where they are? How did you verify that those weren't placed there beforehand? How did you verify that the first shot where they show the ruins of the city are in the same place as the second shot where they're zoomed in on the ground with sulfur? Like, there's 100 things that you can't check.
Perfect. Do you do that same thing for other men?
I rely on peer-reviewed sources. That's why, because peer-reviewed sources seem to give us reliable ways at coming to true conclusions about the world around us. That's why I don't rely on YouTube videos.
Does science change?
Of course it does.
Okay. Has that science ever been wrong? Peer-reviewed papers ever been wrong?
Sure, absolutely.
Have you ever gone over something, believed something, and changed your opinion?
Yes. Literally yesterday.
Perfect. Cool. Like I said to you, I'll check it out. I'm not posing that I know everything. I tried to disprove the Bible at 30. I'm autistic. All I ever do is study. It's like I love studying. So I went to the basics of name, place, person, documented inside and outside the Bible. So when someone says Sodom and Gomorrah is here.
So when he says he's autistic, I don't buy it. He shows no symptoms of autism. None.
I go to the scriptures. That's a statement. Here's the evidence. Does it match? What tools do I have to use? When given these tools, I'm looking at the evidence and go, yeah, it appears that way. Am I there when they test the sulfur balls and say, this level of sulfur isn't concentrated, but I see them light it on fire? I can't test that. I'm not there. I haven't got time to do those things.
I actually... Sorry to interrupt. So I thought that the sulfur ball thing was like pretty well agreed upon, but apparently, like this is the only places that talks about like there being sulfur balls. Like this is not like something that archaeologists agree on. This is like stuff that you'll find on YouTube videos and like Quora and on Bible, like Christian websites. Like this isn't something like there was a paper that came out about Tel El Hammam, like, you know, a decade ago or something like this, and it was retracted because like it was bad science.
Jordan isn't what you're talking about. Jordan's in the north of Israel. It's in the south.
No, so what I'm saying is it's not even clear to me that there's like ruins with sulfur balls in them. Period. That's not even clear to me at all.
You're going to Tel El Hammam, which is in Jordan.
I'm just talking in general, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're going to somewhere where it isn't, and then you're looking at that evidence and its retraction. No, I'm going to the primary sources and saying, hey, to the audience, I'd say, hey, Ron Wyatt is 2022. They could go check it out. And
you're misunderstanding me.
Okay, correct.
So my point is that not only is it not at Tel El Hammam, which is where like the original scientific claim was made, that paper was retracted because it was apparently bad science. It's not anywhere.
Oh, have you looked at the evidence?
I'm looking at it right now. The only places I can find that are even mentioning it are Bible sites and YouTube videos.
Okay, so in the YouTube video, do they walk around it in cameras and 8K drones? And are there thousands of them?
So
in the same place.
I'm not. I don't take YouTube videos as scientific evidence. I'm sorry. I'm looking for that. Like, if this was real, if this was real, I would expect at least one scientist, one archaeologist to have written about it. There are none. I can't find any.
Visually.
How do we know where they are? How do we know that they are what they said they are? Like, there's so many issues with just trusting a YouTube video.
Do you remember when I told you about my pink T-shirt?
Sure.
Yeah, but it's not pink; it's grey.
Sure.
Because you can look at it.
Look, so is it not strange to you that not a single archaeologist is agreeing with you that there are sulfur balls at some ruined site in southern Israel? Is that not strange at all?
No, because I know that the world is trying to cover up the Bible.
There are Christian archaeologists. Why aren't they defending this?
Because he knows the world is trying to cover up the Bible. That's his whole fucking purpose.
Dedicate their entire lives to trying to disprove the Bible.
Well, there are Christian archaeologists. Why aren't they defending this?
Well, why does it need to be defended? Do the Christian archaeologists show the images of the
No. I'm not seeing any archaeologists, Christian or not, that actually defended this view. That defend that there are sulfur balls at some ruined ancient town. I'm not finding any of that.
Okay, congratulations. Which do you think is easier to do for the audience? For the audience, I know you may not, ever come to actually go and test things for yourself and trust your own eyesight. But do you think that the audience could use their brain and go, he's made a statement, the Bible's made a statement saying it is here, we can test it, and then go and test it themselves? Do you think that someone...
To be clear, neither you nor I tested it ourselves, right?
No, of course, no. I haven't got enough money. I go to work. I haven't got enough money to go fly on a plane and go in the middle of the desert, get a Jeep and drive down with these haters. I haven't got enough money to do that.
Right. So right now, you're believing YouTube videos, and I'm saying there's no archaeologists that have done this.
I'm believing visual evidence.
Visual evidence. Look, okay. You will if you look for a YouTube video. Look, I can go show you a YouTube video that shows that there are.
Fenton Mully, what's up? How you doing?
Or like that Bigfoot is real, right?
Congratulations. I don't care.
Does that mean that the Bigfoot's real?
Is it very difficult to fake a huge city of millions of people turned into ash with balls of sulfur lining it all the way through? No vegetation.
Okay, so you're telling me that there's like huge cities.
Okay. Where are these huge cities of ash? Where are these huge cities of ash, man? That everybody's trying to cover up.
People. Okay, okay, you know what? Now I gotta see. Okay, what's the YouTube video? I'll look it up. I'm not gonna play it because I can't. I'll look it up. I hope that there are cities that there are people turned to ash. Yeah, what's the name of the YouTube video?
No, people would have dissolved. It's the only Ron Wyatt.
Oh, they would have dissolved. Okay. Yeah. You can't. You haven't seen my girlfriend because she lives in France.
Discoveries 2022. We're just going to look at the evidence, forget the person, because I know lots of people.
Wait a minute. I thought you said, just to be clear, I thought you said that there were people turned to ash.
People would have been melted. We're talking about this.
Why did you say that people turned to ash then?
The city had been turned to ash.
I'm pretty sure you said that people were turned to ash, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so what's the timestamp?
It's the first video. It starts straight in on there.
Yeah, but so what's the what's because it's like a 50-minute video.
2 minutes into it.
Okay, so the 2 minutes into it, they're talking about Jericho.
Oh, you know the full one's 2 hours on. Ron White discoveries.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Okay, so here we are. I can't listen to it either. So I'm seeing some grainy shaky footage of some desert.
Video 4K now because as people go around it, you go to drones.
Okay, so now there's some pictures. Can I even turn the quality up? Yeah, I'll turn it up to 1080. That's fine. There's some kind of blurry pictures. Now we're driving through a desert. There's a guy. There's another guy with a picture. There's more pictures. There's a picture of a mountain, and then they superimpose a city on it. Sus. Then there's some more pictures of some wiggly rocks. There's some more pictures. Sorry?
But you can't show them. Carry on watching. I think it's interesting.
Now there's a guy. Now there's a blurry video of a guy holding a rock and putting it in a bag. There's a picture of a rock sitting on some stone that it's like a white rock. Presumably this is sulfur. And now there's a video of that rock melting on what looks like concrete. And now there's another picture of the same rock zoomed out. Let me just show people. I won't play the video, but I'll just show people what it looks like, just so people can know what I'm seeing.
Cool.
So this is the sulfur. This is what we're seeing. It's just this shot of the single sulfur thing in the rock, right?
Is that even sulfur? Is that even sulfur? Sulfur is yellow.
It's just this shot of the single sulfur.
Sulfur is pure yellow.
Sulfur thing in the rock, right? Now let's keep going. Oh, and then here's another bit with a whole bunch of sulfur balls. but this is like
You
in
can buy
a
those online.
container. Yeah.
People sell those. They go
Let's keep going forward. Now, here's a bit of probably Ron Wyatt digging something out of a piece of dirt. And now he's holding the thing. Let me see if I can get a good picture. Here's him holding the thing he dug out, and it's like some sort of stone of some kind.
That's not sulfur.
And then he, oh, that's not even Ron Wyatt, I don't think. I think it's just some other guy. Now this guy is lighting something on fire on the stone. It's not clear. Oh, let's see. So here, I can't play the video, but let me just kind of skip through. So here we have a guy, and then he's holding up a lighter to a thing that's in the rock, and then it melts. So that could be sulfur in the rock.
Yeah, that could be sulfur. Yeah. Impure sulfur, but yeah, that could be sulfur. Sulfur bleeds red when you burn it. Or melts red, turns red.
Yeah.
And then there's another way.
Someone gave me a sulfur rock like this big one time, and I had fun with that. That shit burns great.
Witness of a guy who's...
If you want to get people to leave your party circle, just light a chunk of that on fire.
finding some rocks, and he just basically did the same thing.
Oh, I gotta pee right now. One of the fun things I do when I was in San Francisco is I roll up a big joint, find a bunch of like young kids, old enough, 18 and up, sitting in a circle. And I say, hey man, you want a party? They say, sure, have a seat. I'd fucking light that joint up. When it'd get back to me like the third time, I'd stop and I'd go, wait, you guys have done PCP before, right? Just funny to watch their faces.
And it seems like I'm just skipping through really quick. It seems like that's basically it. I've seen a total of 3 rocks actually in the ground that look like sulfur balls. I'm not seeing... Yeah, go ahead.
No, have you gone to the structure of the city where you can see the roads? The whole place is massive. It's very easy to see natural formations like mountains, that kind of stuff, and then square buildings with windows and doors and
parades. So this kind of sounds exactly like what I was. This kind of sounds like exactly what my issue was. So we saw one picture of a sulfur ball in some rock matrix. Then we saw 2 videos of some guys lighting something on fire in a rock, and it looked like it kind of melted. So that is evidence of 3 sulfur balls, one of which we have no idea where it is. Actually, we don't have any idea where any of them are, but maybe the 2 people are in the place that they say they are. And that's it. This isn't fields of sulfur balls. This isn't obviously a city. This is not good evidence.
2 seconds. It's not great evidence because you've only shown one aspect of it. If you
I just skimmed through these entire 17 minutes.
Hang on, Blitz. To the audience, just so I can kind of get a judge of your character, are there videos that go back?
So you can get a judge of his character? Excuse me? We've seen your character.
Can show you the actual structure of a city.
In this 17-minute bit?
Yeah.
There are definitely I can even show this. There's this. People definitely live here. I don't know if this is a city.
We didn't zoom out, but the whole thing is a city. The shape is a city.
People lived here. This looks like people lived in a rockside cave. This looks like a natural thing, right? These look artificial. These look natural. Some of these things over here. These things could be artificial. This looks natural. This looks natural. This looks natural. Let's go back to earlier where they were doing this as well. this just looks like a stone, not like this just looks like a stone wall, not like a artificial thing. Like like almost all of this looks artificial. Like all of this looks like natural. Nothing looks like it's man-made.
I didn't say that. Okay.
Like this it just looks like normal cliff.
Yeah, that was sulfur. That back there was sulfur. I believe. Yeah, that's sulfur.
Say that. Okay.
Like this it just looks like normal cliffs. So like, I mean, like there's evidence that like some people lived here, but I don't know if I would call it a city. And there's like no evidence of like destruction. There's no evidence that at all that was presented of like these sulfur balls being all over the place. Like, is this what convinced you?
Well, yeah, and then I'd build on top of that one. So what I would do as a logical thinking man is I'd say, that's very interesting. I'd look into it for myself. And then once I have one of them, do you understand the Bible is like a map? You have 50,000 archaeological digs in 30,000 areas to this day. So when I find one, I'd scratch my head and go, hang on, that crazy Christian person.
Wait a minute, just to be clear.
Many people follow
Just to be clear,
book. I'm not finished.
Yeah, go ahead. Fine.
Thank you so much.
I just don't want to
that's
go
very
off on Sodom and Gomorrah.
interesting. It makes me scratch my head, and then I'd go and look at another one, and I'd keep progressing, just going, hang on, this is one story. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a natural phenomenon. I don't think it is. It's ridiculous to suggest it when you've actually watched the evidence in full. Then I would progress to another one, and then I would build my faith and go, hang on, this is a statement. This is how I test things historically. The Bible says it. It says it's over here.
You build your faith? Excuse me?
Here, this is the evidence I think he'd show. Then I go, look at the evidence. Does it match up? And I build it place on place until I have enough evidence to go, okay, now I've established that this book is a historical book. I would then want to read the content of the book. That's how it's a very big book. I don't want to waste my life on these things.
So
I would just establish truth first. Is it talking about real events? And do people outside at the time document the stories that happened there? So a circular argument is very simple, isn't it? The Quran has loads of them.
Adam,
we say it's true.
So before we move off of Sodom and Gomorrah, is there anything in that video that could not have been explained without a divine intervention?
You have to look at the opposite way. I like what you're suggesting here. So you have to look at naturalistic explanations. You have volcanoes.
No, she asked you a question. Answer the question. Don't deflect. Don't try and twist the question to fit your narrative.
Are there any naturalistic explanations for the things that they see in that video?
You look at the opposite ways, don't you? No. When you do the real research, there's no fish on there, no documentation of a meteor just blasting inside the area.
Origins of native sulfur ball from the, it's a Taiwanese word, hydrothermal field offshore northeast Taiwan. Evidence from trace and rare earth element composition.
Quixianto.
They're finding sulfur balls that are 97 to 98% pure, or to 99% pure. Like, these are things that can occur naturally.
Could they show me it? I've never seen it.
Yeah, I just showed you.
When was the paper released? I've never seen it.
It's 2011.
What was the date?
It's 2011.
Evidence of trace rare earth elements. Okay, cool. I'd love to see them.
Like, so sulfur balls seem like that they can arise naturally.
Man, it's 2011. You should have run into that, right? Because you like shit that's old like that, right?
Sulfur balls. Well, no, sulfur does not sulfur balls.
No, these are sulfur balls.
Can you show me a picture of them?
In the text itself, it says native sulfur ball.
I can type a text.
This is an academically published paper. Like,
I don't care what it says. I mean, people lie. The world is evil.
So you don't care what a scientifically published paper says. You care what YouTube videos done by a discredited fucking author are. What they say, right? Yeah. If you say you don't care what accredited scientists say in a journal, you're not looking for truth, dude. You're looking for bias confirmation.
You're right. People lie, like Ron Wyatt.
No, you're attacking Ron Wyatt, not his evidence.
You just
and that guy, he lies too. That guy over there. That guy, that right here. That guy.
That's these people saying that they're lying.
He's a man. I'm fallible. You're fallible. People lie. They have agendas. But I would look at his evidence and regardless who found it. It's a stupid way to do research. It's disingenuous. I would say, okay.
Who found it? Zhigong Zhang, Chen Tong A Chen, Zhu Bo Yin, Zhu Ying Zhang, Zhao Yuan Wen.
So referencing a scientific journal is a dishonest way to do research? Excuse me?
Like, it's just random archaeologists, my guy.
Cool.
So
Wait, I'm not seeing it.
So like they're lying, and Ron Wyatt is definitely telling the truth. Is what it
Ron
sounds
Wyatt
like.
is presenting the evidence to the public.
No, he didn't. Do you think that you can lie with videos? Oh, by the way, here's the sulfur balls. Here's the pictures, by the way.
Congratulations. That's yellow. That's lower.
And that's what he says when he's losing. Congratulations. Congratulations. You made a point. Now let's talk about the Bible. What a fucking clown.
Sulfur.
No, this is like 99%.
It says it's 99. Have you studied sulfur before?
Have you sulfur
Yes.
is yellow? Yeah, pure sulfur is pure yellow.
No, it's got loads of trace elements in it to make it yellow. The purer it gets, the whiter it gets.
No, elemental doesn't have any trace elements, dipshit. That's why it's elemental. Fuck me.
Hold on.
I have studied this area.
I mean, I just don't think that's true. But
That's your opinion.
Okay,
I'm making
I don't think it's my opinion. There's a Wikipedia article. That is pure crystalline sulfur.
Okay.
In fact, I bet you if I did a control F, oops, did not mean to do that. I bet you if I did a control F for yellow, we would find, so elemental sulfur is a bright yellow crystalline solid at room temperature. I don't know if you can see this. Like, that's pure elemental sulfur. Has nothing to do with impurities. It's yellow.
Elemental coming from the earth.
Elemental meaning it's pure. Sulfur is an element, right?
So he doesn't know what elemental means. Thinks it comes from the earth. Good Lord, man.
It's an elemental periodic table. Elemental sulfur is just pure elemental, meaning that that's the only.
You know, you can take iron or any metal and you can dissolve it in acid and create elemental metal from that pure elemental metal. It's a good way. It's how they purify gold or silver or steel or copper. You can purify the material. He doesn't know what elemental means, but yet he studies this shit, right?
Only element present, sulfur.
You may be right. You may.
SKS, what's up? No, God didn't make elements, man. Sorry.
You're right.
I thought you looked into this. Like, this is the third time that you've said that you've looked into something and you've just been wrong about it.
60% and 70% the purity of sulfur found occurring naturally on the Earth and volcanoes. We don't have anything else.
The pictures that I showed you are 97 to 99% pure.
97. Okay, congratulations. Okay,
Those are found in Taiwan.
Congratulations.
Unless you think
So he proved you wrong, and you just say, oh, congratulations. Who cares, right? What a clown.
rain down sulfur in
Why do you
Taiwan.
not believe the Bible to be true?
Sorry?
Why do you believe the Bible not to be true?
Because there are things that it says in it that are false.
Okay, what if you may have issues with what God says is good and bad. Are you aware of the mathematical patterns inside the Bible?
I'm sure you're about to tell me about them, so go ahead.
Okay, there's a heptatic structure underneath them. Have you heard of Ivan Panin?
I have no idea what that word means, or who, if that's a person.
It's a sevenfold structure. It's a sevenfold
I've
structure.
never heard of this.
Okay, so inside the text of the King James Bible, the Hebrew and the Greek, we see patterns underneath them. So from the lineage of Matthew from 1 to 11, that everything's divisible by 7 to 49 times.
Okay.
So the number of nouns, the number of women, the number of men, the number of, all these things are divisible by 7. It continues.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Well, man can't produce that.
I just looked up heptatic, and there's no such word. It asks me if I want to look for okay, hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's heptatic structure. He did say heptatic, right? HEPT.
All these things are divisible by 7. It continues.
Okay.
So the number of nouns, the number of women, the number of men, the number of by 7 to 14. So from the lineage of Matthew from 1 to 11, that everything's divisible by 7 to 49 times. The lineage of King James is a sevenfold.
I have no idea what that word.
Okay, there's a heptatic structure underneath them.
Heptatic structure. That's that, right? Heptatic structure. There's no such fucking thing, man. There's no such thing as heptatic structure. Maybe he means hepatic structure. No, that has to do with the liver. So he's just making shit up.
Have you heard of Ivan Panin?
I have no
Sevenfold
idea what that word means or who, if that's a
It's a
person.
sevenfold structure. It's a sevenfold
I've
structure.
never heard of this.
A sevenfold structure. Sevenfold structure. We got the sevenfold structure of Exodus. The perfect geometric symmetry of the Bible. Topical Bible sevenfold. So he's just making shit up. A sevenfold structure to return refers to a system, narrative, or concept organized into 7 parts, often symbolizing completeness or divinity. Examples include theological concept like sevenfold nature of the Holy Spirit. Yeah, so he's just a dishonest piece of shit.
Okay, so inside the text of the King James Bible, the Hebrew and the Greek, we see patterns underneath them.
I mean, why do people feel the need to bring an unfalsifiable narrative into a scientific discussion? Why? Science abhors unfalsifiability.
So from the lineage of Matthew from 1 to 11, that everything's divisible by 7 to 49 times.
Okay.
So the number of nouns, the number of women, the number of men, the number of, all these things are divisible by 7. It continues.
Okay.
It's very
Actually,
interesting. Well, man can't produce that.
Sure, they can.
Have
Why
you
not?
studied it?
Well, these are just numbers. People can produce patterns with numbers. What's the issue?
For the audience, is a guy called Ivan Panin, a Russian mathematician. Went to Harvard, escaped Russia, and produced papers on it. Ivan Panin. A-V-A-N-P-A-N-I-N. Ivan Panin. Code in.
I'm sorry, one more time. I was typing something else. So it's I-V-A-N-P-A. Okay.
N-I-N.
Yeah. So Ivan Panin, and this is something about like the he was a Russian translator.
The mathematics in Matthew. Chuck Missler.
Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure he wasn't a mathematician. He was a translator.
No. Ivan Panin, mathematics, Bible codes, and type in Chuck Missler. Chuck.
Oh, Ivan Panin. Okay, there was an Ivan Panin who was. Oh wait, no. There is an Ivan Panin who's a mathematician, but he does algebra, algebraic geometry, and algebraic K theory. That's probably not the person you're referring to.
We'll just put Chuck Missler next to it because he kind of.
Sorry, what's his name? Chuck.
Chuck Missler. M-I-S-S-L-E-R.
Okay, beloved numerologist. Okay, so so we're looking for this. So I found a blog, with.
Because it's empirical evidence. It's not got theology.
Wait a minute, but where's the evidence that this couldn't have been made by people?
You'd have to look into it. It'd take you.
What, can you summarize it?
Yeah, the hepatic structure. The hepatic structure it's a fancy word for 7. God's calling card is 7. It seems to be all the way through the scriptures.
Right,
I'm sure anyone with basic
how do you
literacy.
figure that this couldn't have been done by people?
The way that it's using words that aren't used before. There's 49 divisibles.
This is just numerical structure. People understand numerical structures.
When you do it again, it's the 49 times. So you times the 49 by 7 again.
If I could find remarkable numerical... So actually, interestingly enough, you've spoken with Muslims, yeah?
Yeah, of course I have.
So Muslims, they claim that the Quran has thousands of numerical miracles, right?
Bro, listen, I debate Muslims for years.
I have as well. But they make to me, your claim and their claim, identically nonsense.
They do, but it's laughable what they're talking about.
I agree. This kind of numerological stuff is laughable.
Have you looked into the Hebrew one, so the original texts of their examples?
I can read Hebrew. So of the original texts, the original text wasn't in Hebrew for them. The Quran was not written in Hebrew.
No, forget the Quran. That's no nonsense. I'm not talking about the Quran.
So to be clear, what I'm saying is, what makes your claims about the numerical miracles more reasonable than their claims about the numerical miracles?
Because when you look and pore over the evidence and you see the chances of it happening, and that it's intellectual dishonesty to say that man created this, it goes to
they say the exact same thing.
I've looked at them and I laugh. I debate them. It's nonsense.
I mean, look, I'm looking at yours. I'm looking at theirs. They seem identical. They seem identically silly.
Read what it's claiming. Just the buff. Just see what Ivan Panin's claiming. I can read it for you.
Yeah. So he claims. So Ivan Panin. This is an 18. By the way, I don't actually like is. I don't know
structure.
why I can't go find Ivan Panin writing on this rather than Chuck Missler referring to it. But anyway, so we have the heptadic structure. Okay, so obviously 7 was important to the ancient Hebrews. Sabbath was on the 7th day, the 7 years of plenty. That's all not surprising, not miraculous. It's just a number that they thought was reasonable. Now, here's a case about some miracle, I guess. One of the simplest and most provocative aspects of the biblical text is the vocabulary used. The number of vocabulary words in the passage is normally different from the total number of words in a passage. Some words are repeated. It is easy, for example, to use a vocabulary of 500 words to write an essay of 4,000 words. Okay, fine. The first 17 verses of the Gospel of Matthew are a logical unit or section which deals with a single principal subject, the genealogy of Christ. It contains 72 Greek vocabulary words in these initial 17 verses. The verse divisions are man's allocation for convenience added in the 13th century. For a number of words, which are nouns, is exactly 56, or 7 times 8. Oh, you got us. 7 times 8 is 56. The Greek word the occurs most frequently in the passage, exactly 56 times, or 7 times 8. Oh, we did it again. Also, the number of different forms of the number of different forms in which the article the occurs is exactly 7. Oh no, this is impossible to do by humans. There are 2 main sections in the passage, verses 1 through 11 and 12 through 17. In the first main section,
So according to this guy, only God can do math.
the number of Greek vocabulary words is 49, or 7 times 7. Oh, we did it again. Why not 48 or 50? Well, I mean, why not? That's a great question.
Or statistical analysis.
Of these 49 words, the number of those beginning with value is 28, or 7 times 4. 28 is 7 times 4, y'all. What about the number of words beginning with a consonant? Well, that's 21, which is 7 times 3. Crazy. The total number of letters in these 49 words is 266, or 7 times 38 exactly. That's nuts. Now, this is in the first main section, but we can keep reading. Of the 49 words, the number of words which occur more than once is 35, or 7 times 5, which then means that the number of words that only occur once is also a multiple of 7. The number of words which occur only in one form is exactly 42. Okay, so we get the message, right? So sure. I mean, fine. The point is like, cool. Who cares? Why? How does this mean God is involved?
At the beginning, it sounded silly.
The whole thing sounds silly.
Okay. So you have the Torah that was given to Moses on the mountain, don't you?
See, the problem is he's not gullible. You are. That's the problem. You'll believe any horse shit that comes your way, because you have no discretion. You have no learning skills. You don't look at things critically.
And you
Well, I don't think that that's true.
No, I know you don't. But what they show in the Hebrew, every 49 letters, which is a Shemitah cycle, you have the word Torah spelled forwards. The second book, it spells Torah forwards. The fourth book, it spells Torah backwards every 49
So
letters.
do you think that this
And
is...
the last one-
So Adam, I'm sorry. Do you think that this has ever convinced anybody?
Yeah.
Who?
Because man,
Yeah, convinced him, because he's a gullible piece of shit.
use that book.
I don't think that this is convincing for somebody who doesn't already believe what you believe in.
No, actually, one of the young men in my city came to the faith who realised that the text was supernatural, man can't produce it, and then became a believer that way. There's many ways to skin a cat. This is why I started with you with quantum physics, asking...
Who'd want to skin a cat? You fucking cruel bitch. What the fuck? Why would you skin a cat? Do you pull the wings off butterflies too?
Can you show a contradiction between the triune God and quantum physics? So it's a challenge.
Oh, well, quantum physics doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the Trinity, but we shouldn't get off topic.
Well, I opened up on that one. I would love the audience if they could do it. I did open up on that one because I thought it might.
If you want to go back to quantum physics, we can. So what's the claim? Is the claim that God is in a superposition of 3 different states?
Yeah. It's superposition. He knows the hairs on your head. He knows the
So you're telling me God is in a superposition of 3 different states?
No, that's entanglement, isn't it? Superposition
So
is
then
how
how
they
are you?
operate.
So
Superposition means they can do
no,
multiple
it's
things
not
at once.
entanglement. I mean, you can have tripartite entanglement as well.
3 things connected.
You can have tripartite entanglement as well, but then that just means that you're
You
doing
have that.
partialism.
W wave. That's entanglement.
Right. But then you're just doing partialism, and partialism is a heresy.
And there's one essence, 3 distinctions, isn't it?
Just because they're entangled doesn't mean that they're one essence.
Okay, so when you have light, do you know what a hologram is?
Yes, I know what a hologram is.
Okay, so when you break a hologram, you still have the fullness of it, even though it's split, don't you?
I have no idea what you mean by that. When you are you talking about like a physical hologram, like a glass plate?
Yeah, if I have this,
If you break it in half, yeah, you will still have half of it.
half of them. But when you break a hologram, you have the full of you have the same image, just smaller. You don't lose any information.
I mean, you do lose information. You lose information of what it looks like from certain angles. You lose part of that information. That's the whole business of a hologram. I mean, the hologram encodes phase. So you can see it then from another angle by turning it, but then you can't see it from that angle, right?
No, you can walk around and see the whole thing.
Right. So the point of a hologram is that it encodes directional information at every pixel. They're not really pixels, but if you cut away half of it, you no longer can view it from that side, right?
Someone, I can't remember who it was, explained how holograms work. Holy shit, they're it's weird. I mean, it's really, really fucking weird.
You could change your angle to view it, couldn't you?
Look, but you can't view it from that side, so you lose the information of the hologram from that side, from the side that you broke away.
That's just an angle. That's just your perception.
Yeah, that's information that you no longer have, right? If you had a
You
color
just change your angle
hologram,
and the information comes back.
for example, if you have a color hologram and you paint if you have a color hologram, say, and you have like a cube. Sorry,
you're wrong on this one.
I'm giving you.
Yeah, it was 3 blue, 1 brown. Yeah. This channel.
Let me show you something
This channel.
find completely magical. Behind this piece of glass, there appears to be a 3-dimensional scene. You can move around your head and you see the light play off of the objects in different ways. For example, that glass Klein bottle in the front warps what's behind it. But it's an illusion.
That's fucking trippy.
You an example, you'll understand what I mean in a second. Let's say that you have a color hologram, which you can make. They're more complicated, but you can make them. And let's say that you have like an apple that's painted in a way that, or let's say that you paint numbers on the apple, right? So you start with 1, and then you 2 all the way around. You paint a number for every degree that you can go around the apple. So there's 360 numbers on the hologram. Now, if you or 360 numbers on the apple. Now, of course, in the hologram, you can't see the back of the apple, right? Because of course you can't. There's an apple in the way. But if the hologram's whole, then you can turn it, and you could probably see like the right side of the apple. And then if you turn it the other way, you can see the left side of the apple, right? But if you break the hologram in half, you won't be able to see the right side of the apple anymore. So you will no longer have the information of what was written on the right side of the apple. You'll only be able to see what's on the left side of the apple by turning it.
We didn't lose information.
So why can't you see what's on the right side of the apple if you didn't lose any information?
Because your angle.
So that's information that you lost. If somebody wrote a message on the right side of the apple, you wouldn't have that information anymore.
This is a silly argument.
You're right, it's silly because you were wrong about it. It was a terrible example.
You're never wrong about something.
I'm wrong about a lot of things, just not about physics, not often.
I know, same. I'm just trying to find some nice common ground. Yeah, we can be wrong. What are your thoughts on prophecy? I write these things before to show that I am God. So if God is outside time,
prophecies that Jesus fulfilled?
Outside of time, space, and matter, what about the countries that are surrounding Israel now, that prophesied in the Bible?
I'm not too convinced that. So in order for a prophecy to be compelling to me, it would have to be specific, it would have to be rare, and it would have to be time gated.
Cool. So are you familiar,
why are you trying to jinx
what the Bible
me?
says about the state of Israel and the end times and the nations that will come against it?
Which particular prophecy?
Ezekiel 38 to 39 and Psalms 83.
38 to 39, you say?
Ezekiel 38 to 39. Let me make sure. I think it is.
So you're talking about the entire chapters, right?
So this guy who doesn't know shit about anything is trying to use woo science to convince a PhD physicist that God's real.
Like Ezekiel 38 and 39.
Oh, God love his little heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
38.
Right, sure. Okay, so which specific verses are we referring to? Because it's like,
I'm sure just by reading it, you're starting to realize Gog.
Right. I mean, like there's Gog and Magog and all of this stuff. Persia and Cush and Put with them, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now when did it say that this would happen? When's the specific time-dated prophecy?
Ezekiel's quite, should we take this down?
Vague, you might say?
No, God, no. No. The Bible builds on it.
Anyway. I'm going to show one more thing. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. This is the latest from Edward Igrisu.
Through the portals or the gates that Enoch is talking about.
Yeah.
And the sun was like literally setting through one portal and like teleporting. So I think I had that totally messed up, but That's where I first came to the. Just literally just looking at the sun, reading the Bible and comparing the two.
Awesome.
And then the verse in Daniel was a big one too. I was like, what? The sun and the moon? It's not. The earth is on foundations. This is crazy. It's like it was
Oh, that's fucking perfect.
going through the portals or the gates that Enoch is talking about.
Yeah.
And the sun was like literally setting through one portal and like teleporting. So I think I had that totally messed up, but that's where I first came to the. Just literally just looking at the sun and the moon, reading the Bible and comparing the two.
Oh, that is fucking great. Hats off to Edward Agrisu for that little gem. Holy shit. Fucking great. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.